Welcome into Pelican Court. We're just awaiting the women's game to end. We have a live scoreboard up on the screen here in just 1 minute as we prepare for the men's game. So stay tuned for that and more on mybasin.com. We'll be live here in just a minute. Five minutes remaining in the fourth quarter of the Lady Pelicans and Lady Mustangs basketball game. Hidden Valley lead 63-22, just waiting for this game to end. We'll start our pregame show here in about 3 minutes, so stay tuned.
For the Mustangs, Sally Bird and Noah Lowry. For the Pels, Caitlin Delaney. Alessandra Nova.
Again, we're just waiting for this game to end. We'll be live with a pregame show here in just about 1 minute when we catch up with the radio on 104.3 and 960 Sports. So stay tuned. Hidden Valley boys, Klamath Union boys coming at you here in just a minute on mybasin.com. Right now, it's just a live video feed. 68-22, the Lady Mustangs lead Klamath Union.
Mackenzie Probst. Nope. Cassidy Megan will shoot an and one. Mackenzie Probst, three-point basket. Offensive foul.
And welcome inside Mustang Court for this presentation of the Abby's Legendary Pizza Game of the Week. I'm Josh Eldridge. Alongside me is Dick North, Ryan Swearingen, running the live stream tonight. And again, we're coming at you live from Hidden Valley High School. If you're watching the video stream right now, you see a live feed of the varsity girls games. It's wrapping up here in just a minute. 2:35 left on the clock. 70-27 is the score. The Lady Mustangs are in the lead in that one, and we'll keep you updated as we move towards the latter parts of this game. But of course, tonight's matchup, the marquee game, is the Klamath Union Pelicans and the Hidden Valley Mustangs boys varsity. Still early in the season for both of these teams, but both looking to grab early wins in the Skyline Conference. And Klamath Union did just that against Henley last week, led by Jacob Cook with 18 points and 8 rebounds. He added 3 blocks. And as I welcome Dick North into the broadcast, what did you see from Klamath Union last week against Henley?
Well, they really stepped it up in the second half. They were down by 4 at the end of the first half. They weren't getting very many looks inside the paint. They were kind of banging the ball around the outside a little bit, and they weren't really being aggressive in the paint. And then in the second half, they stepped up. I can't remember off the top of my head, I think they scored 24 points in the second half to Henley's 10. And so they jumped out to a lead and never looked back. And that could be a key in tonight's game too. KU is coming off a really good win against Henley at Henley. And I'm sure they'd like to duplicate that here in Hidden Valley against the Mustangs.
And one of the things I had talked about earlier in the week with Coach Case about is the team chemistry. This team seems to work really, really well as a unit. There's never really one guy that stands out. Can you speak to how good this team has worked together this year?
Well, they've done a good job, and you mentioned the scoring a little bit. Cook had 18 points, and I think you said he had 8 rebounds and 3 block shots. Arvizu stepped up too. He had 15, and Holmes, who I love to watch, the kid is so aggressive and he's all over the place, came away with 13. And I think if they do that again tonight, if they duplicate those kind of numbers, I think they're going to leave this Mustang court with a win. So.
You hear the loud gym this evening. Again, we're just awaiting the Hidden Valley girls varsity game 10, 74-27 the score. Hidden Valley leads with about 1:15 left, and we'll continue to talk about the boys game here as Hidden Valley is 8-5 on the season. It's the Pelicans' opponents tonight, the Mustangs. They've got a pair of athletes on their team who can really go up against anyone, and those names to watch are going to be Jeremiah Noga and Matthew Iwamizu. But if Klamath Union can mute both of those guys, they might just be able to cruise to a victory tonight. And we've seen Klamath Union's defense take guys out of games before. What have you seen from the defense this year?
Well, they've been kind of erratic. When they play good defense, they come away with good games. If they sag off people and let them drive on them, then they give up some easy buckets. So hopefully they'll be aggressive in defense tonight. They seem to give up a lot of points. I can't remember what they're averaging in points per game for opponents. I think you have that stat.
We got the stat. So Klamath Union allowing 50 points against them per game.
Right. So that could be an issue. So if KU plays some aggressive defense, and they shut down, I can't remember the guys' names you rattled off.
Jeremiah Noga, Matthew Iwamizu, both a couple of juniors on this team.
Yeah, you're a Hidden Valley alumni,
you'll
be able to give us a lot of good comments. If KU plays aggressively against those guys, they'll shut them down and we'll come away with a win. I think one of the keys, I think, we need to have some mid-range jumpers knocked down towards the beginning of this game. So Hidden Valley has to come out and play some defense outside the paint. If Holmes, or Arvizu are able to knock down a couple of threes or some mid-range jumpers, it could make a big difference in the way this game plays out.
All right, and that was something we noticed at Henley, right? The first half, I think they scored, 18 points, the Pelicans did, and they just could not. They just had a lot of trouble getting inside the paint, but Darius Holmes, as is customary, comes out of the second half. He knocks down a pull-up jumper or whatever it was, and it opens up the inside for guys like Cook to go to work.
That's right, and that's what we need. We got some talent underneath, and we need to be able to utilize that.
Well, the final for the girls varsity game as it just finished up. Hidden Valley wins 77-29 over the Klamath Union Lady Pelicans. We're going to take a break here on the pregame show for the boys. We'll be right back with you here in just a moment to continue to break down this matchup. Again, 77-29, the final there for the ladies game. And when we continue, we're going to take a look at early season Skyline Conference standings and a look around the state. Of course, starting lineups and tip-off next on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Live HD video on mybasin.com. Leave it here.
Get in shape at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness. Harbor has everything you need to shed pounds with state-of-the-art fitness equipment, 4 pickleball courts, tennis courts, and expert trainers to help you reach your goals. They also have more than 35 exercise classes per week to select from, including body pump, high fitness, and spinning classes to make losing weight fun. Sign up for 1 or 2 years now and have no payments until January. Get fit at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness. It's the place to be. 884-3300.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
It's cold outside, but the winnings are hot this January at Klamoya Casino. Every Friday is a payoff. Win your share of $10,000. Join Klamoya every Sunday for a weekly slot tournament. Back-to-back days. Wednesdays and Thursdays, earn 20 points and win a prize. Last month, we gave away over 100 jackpots for over $215,000. New members can win up to $250 in free play. Looking for a great place to work? Klamoya Casino is hiring. Klamoya Casino, Highway 97, Chiloquin, Oregon.
Welcome back inside the gym this evening at Hidden Valley High School. The Klamath Union Pelicans and the Hidden Valley Mustangs, the Abby's Legendary Pizza game of the week this evening. Live from from Mustang Court, Josh Eldridge here, Dick North along with me. Getting ready, we're about 7 minutes from tip, so I'm going to run down the early season Skyline Conference standings as we have them. Klamath Union atop the rankings, ranked 7th in the state, a 1-0 record in league play after beating Henley last week, an 11-4 record overall this season. Phoenix is right behind them. They're 1-0 in league play as well, 8-6 overall in the season. Have won a couple straight, 2 in a row as a matter of fact, as has Hidden Valley. Their last games at the Skyline Sky-Am crossover tournament. That was at Marshfield High School. They were scheduled to play Mazama last Thursday. It got moved because of the snow we had back home in Klamath Falls, and they're scheduled to play this coming Tuesday, but right now, of course, playing their first league game tonight against Klamath Union. Behind the Mustangs in the standings is the Mazama Vikings. They are also winless in league play as they've yet to play their first game, 5-8 overall. North Valley's right behind them, 0-1 as they lost to Phoenix last week. They're 10-4 overall. And rounding out the Skyline Conference, 9th ranked Henley. They're 9th in the state, but last in the Skyline Conference. But surely that'll change. A good program over there, and Klamath Union escaping with a good win last Friday. And I'm sure we'll touch on it more as this broadcast continues. But other games to look out for tonight. Of course, we have our marquee matchup tonight on this Thursday. Tomorrow, Friday's games in the Skyline Conference. Henley is going to be hosting Phoenix, and Mazama hosts North Valley. So a couple of games back home in Klamath Falls area. You might want to pick one of those to go to, and if I had to suggest, I would definitely say Henley and Phoenix. A couple of fast-paced offenses. Should be a high-scoring game. Henley and Phoenix playing tomorrow night at Henley High School. We talk about more Basin teams. So Santa Christian is hosting Paisley tomorrow. Triads at Prospect. Chiloquin plays Central Christian, and Lost River plays Rogue River on the road. The Basin teams there. OSA top 10 schedule tonight, and the top 10 as we have them. Number 1 North Marion tonight is playing Madras. Number 2 Philomath is on the road at Tillamook and Marist. Number 3 at Junction City. Number 4 Woodburn is at Newport. Number 5 Banks, the defending state champion, is at Astoria tonight, and Seaside, the state runner-up from last year, is at home against Valley Catholic. Of course, your hometown Klamath Union Pelicans ranked 7th in the state on the road tonight here at Hidden Valley High School. Marshfield, number 8 at Siuslaw. Another Klamath Falls team, 9th ranked Henley. Again, we mentioned hosting Phoenix tomorrow. Good game to go check out. And number 10, Sweet Home, is at Cascade. Interesting note, one of the few weeks that we'll see throughout this whole season where no 2 top 10 teams play each other. So it'll be interesting to see how certain losses and certain wins will shake up the standings come this weekend when they get reorganized. Take a look ahead on the schedule as we talk a little bit forward. Klamath Union's next game is next Friday at home against North Valley. Their first home game of the season and only their 3rd home game of the year all told. They are 4-0 on the season when it comes to non-neutral site road games, meaning we played the other team on their home floor, and we've won 4 times in a row, 4-0 on the season. Looking to grab another win tonight are the Klamath Union Pelicans. Also in the Skyline Conference, Henley is going to be on the road at Hidden Valley next week. The Hornets going to be visiting Mustang Court. Mazama's on the road as well as they visit the Phoenix Pirates over in Ashland and Phoenix Talent area. Should be a good game there as well. I'd like to mention before we get the broadcast going, Oregon State tonight playing UCLA, and we will have that game on 104.3 960 Sports. We'll join it in progress after this game here tonight from Mustang Court. And of course, Oregon playing USC tonight, OIT tomorrow at Eastern Oregon and College of Idaho this weekend. They play tomorrow and Saturday. A couple of must-wins for those Owls. Hopefully they can come out on top. But of course, right now we're focused on the Pels and the Mustangs. Dick, what do you think it's going to take for Klamath Union to come together and pull this one out on the road? And not an easy road trip at that, playing across the hill.
No, it's always tough to play over here in Hidden Valley. The fans get into it. You know, the gymnasium's not full of people yet, but I think it'll probably fill up. So it's not going to be a really friendly crowd. You know, we don't have a lot of KU fans over here. It's a long way to travel. I think that the first thing that KU has to do is just make sure they cut down on their turnovers. They're noted for forcing the ball in sometimes early in the game, and it puts them at a disadvantage. So I think they got to take care of the ball, and I think they've got to open up some outside, perimeter shooting. And if they do that, Hidden Valley's going to have to come out and play some aggressive defense on them, and that's going to open up underneath for Short, for Cook, and Turner, and we'll see what happens. So Arvizu and Holmes have to take care of the ball, and they've got to knock down a couple of jumpers early on.
And I remember specifically Xavier Arvizu and Darius Holmes coming here last year when I still broadcasted Hidden Valley games this time last year. And Xavier, in about 3 minutes, shot 5 3-pointers. All of them had 15 points because they were able to take advantage of the defense. Hidden Valley playing primarily down low, and Darius Holmes, I believe, had something like 25 or 28 points in that game and was just able to take advantage outside. So I think that's the guard play is really what's going to win KU this game, as opposed to what we saw at Henley where Jacob Cook took over.
Right. Yeah, they've got to come out and establish the perimeter game early on in the game. If they do that, they're going to come away with a win without a problem, I think.
Take a look at the stats while we can real quick. Again, Klamath Union this year, 57 points per game for that squad. It's pretty good. As a matter of fact, it matches up perfectly with how many points Hidden Valley has given up per game this year. They've given up 57 points per game, and Klamath Union allowing 50. Hidden Valley scoring a total of 58 points per game on average this season. A couple of notes before we get started. Matthew Iwamizu of Hidden Valley coming off a 15-point, 10-rebound game against Junction City. That was on the 11th of this month. And Jeremiah Noga, also a Mustang, scoring 38 points in 2 games over there at Marshfield High School. Again, those are the 2 guys you really got to look out for if you're Klamath Union. But they've got one of their own. Jacob Cook, 18 points, 3 blocks in their last game. Jacob Cook averaging 12 points per game, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks, has been incredible inside. And Garrett Short has been his partner down low, 10 points per game, 8 rebounds and 3 blocks for the junior as well. And Christian Taylor also averaging 10 points a game. Darius Holmes has got 9. I assume he'll heat up tonight though. And Xavier Arvizu with 8 points per game, 5 rebounds. He's yet to record a block, but those starters I had mentioned against Henley, they account for 49 points out of the 57 on average for Klamath Union. So it's really going to be up to those starters to get things going tonight. For Hidden Valley, again, their notable scorers, Jeremiah Noga and Matthew Iwamizu. Noga averaging 14 points, 5 rebounds, and Matthew Iwamizu averaging 10, 4, and 4 as far as assist and rebounds go, and their starters scoring 46 points per game. So again, it's going to be really down to the first 10 guys on the court, as is customary in high school often, but it should be a really good game.
It should be. I'm looking forward to it. You know, it's kind of fun watching the girls play too, but I'm really looking forward to the men's game.
As always, right? It's our marquee game of the night. You always look forward to it, especially for me. It's sort of my homecoming. I'm glad to be here.
It is. You know, KU is a school I graduated from, so that's a good thing too.
All right.
So we have alma maters fighting each other.
All right, well, we're going to take one quick break. When we continue, it's starting lineups and tip-off on 104.3 and 960 Sports as they announce the starting lineups right here, coming up on mybasin.com.
So my very fondest memory at an Abby's came in high school after we won a state championship in basketball, a moment we'll never forget. The very first thing we did, celebrated across the street at Abby's. And for us to just enjoy and savor the season and what we accomplished there, and that pizza became synonymous with this championship memory. It's great to have some of those just foundational, traditional spots that we can all go to and enjoy a great time.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
It's cold outside, but the winnings are hot this January at Klamath Casino. Every Friday is a payoff. Win your share of $10,000. Join Klamath every Sunday for a weekly slot tournament. Back-to-back days. Wednesdays and Thursdays, earn 20 points and win a prize. Last month, we gave away over 100 jackpots for over $215,000. New members can win up to $250 in free play. Looking for a great place to work? Klamath Casino is hiring. Klamath Casino, Highway 97, Chiloquin, Oregon.
Valley High School senior, Miss Jocelyn Nichols.
What so proudly we
Hidden Valley senior Jocelyn Nichols with our Star Spangled Banner national anthem tonight, as that means we are ready for tip-off this evening. Hidden Valley and the Klamath Union Pelicans could not be more excited for this one. Had this one marked on the calendars for quite some time. The starting five for Klamath Union, as usual: Jacob Cook, Christian Taylor, Garrett Short, Xavier Arvizu, and Darius Holmes. The five on the floor for Hidden Valley: it's Gabe Birchfield, Matthew Iwamizu, Jeremiah Noga, and we'll get the last two here in just a minute. Number 4 is going to be Lawrence Matusik, and number 11, Jonathan Bird, as Klamath Union wins the tip, and they are moving fast. Pass it inside to Jacob Cook, outside to Christian Taylor, beyond the three-point arc, now back to Darius Holmes in front of the key. He's being guarded closely by Johnny Bird. Pass to Jacob Cook, now to Arvizu. He drives in the lane, shoots over Noga off the glass. It's no good. Rebound to Johnny Bird. Passes it over to Iwamizu. Iwamizu pulls up from mid-range, banks it off the glass, and he knocks it down. Hidden Valley off to a good start. They lead 2-0 with 7:29 left to go in the quarter. Darius Holmes working up into the paint, passes it off to Arvizu. Now back to Holmes. Holmes being guarded by Bird. Arvizu by Noga. Tries to get it inside to Jacob Cook. It's broken up by Iwamizu. Darius takes a shot. Might have been fouled, but it's no good. Rebound Hidden Valley. Pass to Noga. And he makes the shot. 4-0 Hidden Valley. 7:07 left to go in the first. Hidden Valley off to a quick start. The Mustangs fast-paced offense, running it through Noga and Iwamizu. Those are the guys with the first 4 points of the game for the Mustangs. Inbound pass goes out of bounds. Klamath Union stays with it. Garrett Short to Christian Taylor. Pass goes a little bit wild to Jacob Cook, now to Darius Holmes. Beyond the arc, guarded by Johnny Bird. Jacob Cook working it inside against Iwamizu, drives him into the paint, layup no good. Darius Holmes puts it back up and in. It's 4-2. The Mustangs still lead with 6:45 left to go in the first quarter of play. Johnny Bird drives into the paint, bounce pass out to Matusik. Matusik back to Iwamizu. Now Birchfield, the 6'5 senior, passes it inside to Jeremiah Noga, back outside to Matusik, beyond the three-point arc in front of the Pelican bench. Over to Johnny Bird, drives in the lane, gets knocked away by Christian Taylor. Good defense by the Pels. Now they work the other way. Garrett Short pulls up just inside the three-point arc, knocks it down. We're tied up at 4. 6:16 left to go, as they marked it a three-pointer, but it looked like it was 2. We'll keep it how it is. At 6:09 left to go in the first quarter. Iwamizu, pass inside to Noga. Noga drives to the basket, lays it in. 6-4 with 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Christian Taylor over to Xavier Arvizu. Arvizu to Holmes, drives to the basket. Pass to Cook, a great pass by Holmes. Give him the assist as Cook knocks that one down. It's tied at 6 with 5:43 left to go in the first quarter. Iwamizu to Birchfield beyond the arc. Birchfield finds Lawrence Matusik. Matusik drives to the basket. Good defense by Garrett Short, rebounded by Cook. And the Pelicans go the other way as they drive from left to right, as you would have it on your radio dial. It's Darius Holmes up against Johnny Bird, passes it to Cook to Taylor. Taylor in front of the Hidden Valley bench, coached by Alex Keller. And Coach Ed Case is going to call a timeout. We're going to take one as well on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Live video on mybasin.com. We're tied at 6 with 5:17 to go in the first quarter.
So my very fondest memory at an Abby's came in high school after we won a state championship in basketball, a moment we'll never forget. The very first thing we did, celebrated across the street at Abby's. And for us to just enjoy and savor the season and what we accomplished there, and that pizza became synonymous with this championship memory. It's great to have some of those just foundational, traditional spots that we can all go to and enjoy a great time.
We're back inside the gym at Hidden Valley High School. The Pelicans with the ball. They lead 7-6 as Christian Taylor drives to the basket, knocks it down. A great job there. They lead 9-6 now as Taylor had a couple more to his total with 5:03 left to go in the first quarter. Johnny Bird now for Hidden Valley, passes it inside to Noga. Noga drives against Christian Taylor in the paint. A fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebounded by Jacob Cook. The Pels now drive the other way. Across the court, it's handed to Arvizu, knocked away by Birchfield. Great defense there by the 6'5 senior. Now Hidden Valley working it the other way. Johnny Bird inside the paint. Drives, throws it up, no good. Rebound to Darius Holmes. Holmes and the Pelicans rocking the dark uniforms tonight. Hidden Valley in the all white, the blue trim. Holmes handles the ball beyond the arc, passes it to Garrett Short, who's being guarded by Lawrence Matusik. Pass inside to Jacob Cook, who drives to the basket. It's knocked away by Matthew Iwamizu, but the Pelicans will stay with it. Good defense by the part of this junior Hidden Valley class that has a bit of an uproar. Very good athletically. Inbound pass is stolen away by Lawrence Matusik. 4:15 left to go in the first. 9-6, the Pelicans lead. Iwamizu takes the screen set by Matusik. Pass inside to Birchfield. Now over to Noga. Now back to Iwamizu. Drives to the paint over to Birchfield. And Iwamizu will foul Birchfield. No shooting foul, so Iwamizu will inbound the ball for Hidden Valley. Inbound pass goes to Jeremiah Noga beyond the three-point arc. Now over to Lawrence Matusik. Matusik being guarded by Garrett. Now over to Iwamizu. Takes the screen, shoots from three. Hits the back of the rim, no good. Christian Taylor with the rebound. Gives it to Garrett Short. And Christian Taylor takes a shot beyond the three-point arc as he set himself up. He misses it, no good. Jeremiah Noga now working the other way. Euro steps around everyone, and it rolls around the rim and in. Two more for Hidden Valley. It's 9-8. They trail by one as the Pelicans lead. 3:32 left to go in the first quarter. Darius Holmes handles it, passes it over to Christian Taylor. Taylor fakes his shot, pump fake, passes it inside to Garrett Short, who puts it up and knocks it down off the glass. Two more for Klamath Union. 11-8, 3:16 left to go in the first quarter. Noga now passes it to Iwamizu. Matthew over to Lawrence Matusik. Iwamizu, lob pass over to Noga, turns around, shoots the mid-range, no good. Jacob Cook with the rebound, gives it over to Christian Taylor, takes it up court. Taylor in the corner, being guarded by Birchfield, tries to get it into Jacob Cook. It's knocked away by Matthew. It'll stay a Klamath Union ball. They lead 11-8 rather. 2:50 left to go in the first quarter. Darius Holmes inbounds the pass to Christian Taylor. Taylor guarded by Birchfield. Now over to Xavier Arvizu. Bounce pass into Jacob Cook, being guarded by Iwamizu. Cook in the double team, tries to work it to the basket. Gets it knocked away once, goes for it again. Couldn't quite do it as Darius Holmes got the rebound, threw it out of bounds. He's fouled.
Mustang foul.
No shooting foul as Darius Holmes will inbound the ball for the Pelicans. 2:38 left to go in the first quarter. Xavier Arvizu puts up a shot. It's knocked away. Gets the second one to fall as he grabbed his own rebound. It's 13-8 with 2:28 left to go in the first quarter. The Mustangs working the other way. Matusik tries to pass it over to Johnny Bird. It goes out of bounds. Hidden Valley stays with it. And checking into the game is Aaron Franklin for the Pelicans. And Jacob Tanner will check in for Gabe Birchfield, number 0, the guard. He's got a quick pull trigger, but rarely gets a chance to shoot. We'll see what they do now. Hidden Valley gives it to Matusik. Matusik pulls up from 3. It's no good, and will go out of bounds on the rebound. 13-8, Klamath Union leads. 2:17 to go in the first quarter. Garrett Short inbounds it to Aaron Franklin. Works around the double team, playing full court. Hidden Valley got to pass half court here as they finally get it to Garrett Short. Short being guarded by Matusik. Bounce pass to Jacob Cook on the inside. Aaron Franklin, guarded by Johnny Bird, gives it over to Christian Taylor. An open look from 3, knocks it off the glass and sinks it. First three-pointer of the night for Klamath Union. Well, their second by Christian Taylor. They gave one to him earlier. At 16-8 with 1:48 left to go in the first quarter. Iwamizu, guarded by Franklin, passes it over to Jacob Tanner for 3, no good. Rebound by Christian Taylor. Taylor bringing it up court. Guarded by Noga. Pass it inside to Jacob Cook, who's being guarded by Iwamizu. Back outside to Taylor in the corner. Inside to Jacob Cook, works around the post, a great move. Gets Iwamizu off his feet and mark it up for 2. It's 18-8, the Pelicans lead by 10. And Coach Alex Keller takes a timeout for the Mustangs. We're going to take one too on 104.3 and 960 Sports online at mybasin.com.
Get in shape at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness. Harbor has everything you need to shed pounds with state-of-the-art fitness equipment, 4 pickleball courts, tennis courts, and expert trainers to help you reach your goals. They also have more than 35 exercise classes per week to select from, including body pump, high fitness, and spinning classes to make losing weight fun. Sign up for 1 or 2 years now and have no payments until January. Get fit at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness. It's the place to be. 884-3300.
Welcome back inside Mustang Court. 18-8 with 1:19. The Pelicans lead over over Hidden Valley. Mustangs start with the ball. Swatted away by Aaron Franklin. Putting up the shot was Johnny Bird, but getting the rebound was Julian Aguilar, who's checked into the game for Hidden Valley. Gets a shot to Johnny Bird, a contested shot, and he nails it beyond the arc. 3 for him. It's 18-11 with 60 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Pelicans bounce pass over to Christian Taylor, who takes his 3rd shot of the game. It's no good. Xavier Arvizu with the rebound. He lays it up and in for 2. 20-11, 45 seconds to go in the first. Matthew Iwamizu taking it up for Hidden Valley. Over to Noga. Noga being guarded by Taylor. Noga drives to the basket and fights through contact, unable to put it up. Aaron Franklin. Loose handles, but Christian Taylor able to stay with it. Taylor over to Xavier, who's being guarded by Aguilar. Inside the paint from mid-range, no good. A great save by Aguilar, gives it right back to Xavier. Rebound is still up after the shot, and ball is still loose. Hidden Valley takes it. Jacob Tanner over to Iwamizu now. Found an open lane to the basket, gives it to Aguilar. Beyond the 3-point arc, gives it to Jeremiah Noga. Noga the screen, back to Iwamizu, a contested 3 for Matthew, and catches nothing but lace on the way down. Iwamizu, a great shooter. Coach Ed Case calling a timeout now for for Klamath Union. We're going to stick with you on this one. 20-14 with about 30 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's been an exciting one so far. Dick, what have you seen?
Well, for one thing, KU's taking care of the ball. They only have 1 turnover. They're working the ball in really well. There've been some amazing rebounds, and there've been some amazing shots. Cook's doing well underneath the boards, and they're shutting down the big guys for Hidden Valley. That's a good thing. You know, they're getting out on them in defense. They're making them so when they take 3-pointers, they're forcing up the shot. Hidden Valley's forcing up the shot, and so, you know, that hasn't been a factor so far. I think KU's playing a pretty clean game, and they're looking pretty good.
As far as we have leading scores, I was unable to keep tally. What's Klamath Union looking like?
I've got Taylor with 8. I may have screwed up on one of the 3-pointers. I'm not sure. I've got him with 8. Arvizu has 4. Cook has 4. And Holmes has 2.
So pretty spread out across the board, and good rebounding from Klamath Union, as that was actually the end of the first quarter there as we reach the second. Score of 20-14 as we enter the second set of 8 minutes to play here from Mustang Court. The 5 on the floor for Klamath Union: Aaron Franklin, Garrett Short, Jacob Cook, Xavier Arvizu, and Darius Holmes. And for Hidden Valley, we'll get them for you in just a minute. Lawrence Matusik handles the ball. Bounce pass over to Jacob Tanner, now over to Jeremiah Noga, Julian Aguilar, and Jacob Tackett. Those are the 5 for Hidden Valley. Aguilar, good moves in the post, gets it to Matusik, throws up a shot, it's no good. Rebound to Darius. Throws it across the whole court to Xavier, was able to corral the pass. Tough defense by Lawrence Matusik, and Xavier loses the ball. Tries to keep it inbounds, and it will stay with Hidden Valley. 7:33 to go in the second, 20-14. Klamath Union did a good job of scoring in the first quarter. See if they can continue that here. Jeremiah Noga takes it up court for Hidden Valley. He's guarded by Darius Holmes. Noga trying to find a man. It's Julian Aguilar, who's guarded by Jacob Cook. Over to Jacob Tanner beyond the arc. Now to Tackett. Tackett over to Noga in the post, and he gets fouled. Didn't look like Noga was touched very much, but Hidden Valley stays with the ball as they go from right to left. They're under the basket now in front of the Klamath Union bench. Lawrence Matusik to inbound the pass. And Iwamizu checks in for Noga. Hidden Valley, coached by Alex Keller in his 3rd year. $7:13 left to go in the second quarter. Iwamizu to inbound the ball for Hidden Valley. Gets it over to Matusik, guarded by Garrett Short. Matusik, mid-range jumper. Doesn't catch anything. It's got by Jacob Cook. He gives it to Xavier Arvizu beyond the three-point line. Now to Darius Holmes, being guarded by Tanner. Holmes drives to the basket, gives it to Cook, over to Xavier. Arvizu open three off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Aguilar, and now Hidden Valley takes possession of the basketball. Iwamizu crosses midcourt, gives it to Tanner. Tanner to the basket, back to Tackett on the outside. Shoots mid-range, it's knocked away by Arvizu. Darius Holmes grabs it. Scramble for the ball inside the three-point line. Tanner get it, and timeout called by Coach Keller. We're gonna take one as well. 20-14, 6:44 left to go in the second quarter. Got live HD video on mybasin.com, on the radio at 104.3 and 960 Sports.
It's cold outside, but the winnings are hot this January at Klamoya Casino. Every Friday is a payoff. Win your share of $10,000. Join Klamoya every Sunday for a weekly slot tournament. Back-to-back days. Wednesdays and Thursdays, earn 20 points and win a prize. Last month, we gave away over 100 jackpots for over $215,000. New members can win up to $250 in free play. Looking for a great place to work? Klamoya Casino is hiring. Klamoya Casino, Highway 97, Chiloquin, Oregon.
Welcome back to Hidden Valley High School's 20-14 is the score. The Pelicans lead the Mustangs, and Hidden Valley starts with the ball. Iwamizu over to Julian Aguilar, back to Iwamizu. Shot from three, Matthew banks it off the rim, it's no good. Rebound goes to Hidden Valley, outside to Jacob Tanner, and the Mustangs able to reset. Tanner over to Iwamizu, being guarded by Holmes. Iwamizu to Aguilar, now Tanner in front of the Klamath Union bench. Over to Matthew, back to Tackett, now Aguilar inside the three-point arc, no good. Garrett Short gets the rebound. Klamath Union works the other way. Pass to Darius Holmes. Shoots inside the three-point arc. It's no good. Garrett Short with the rebound. Out to Xavier Arvizu. Arvizu drives the lane, lays it up. It's no good. Able to grab his own rebound to Holmes, to Franklin. The three-pointer, no good. And Jacob Tanner with the rebound for Hidden Valley. Iwamizu over to Aguilar, unable to complete the pass. Outside to Tackett, now to Matusik, who shoots a great layup. More of a hook that time, was able to knock it down. 20-16, 5:35 to go in the second quarter. The Pelicans unable to put up any points in the first about 2.5 minutes of the second. We'll see what they can do on this possession as Garrett Short, being guarded by Matusik, gets it inside to Aaron Franklin with the double clutch and knocks it down. 22-16, the Pelicans lead, 5:18 to go in the second. Iwamizu passes it over to Tackett for Hidden Valley, over to Aguilar. Aguilar to Matusik, over to Iwamizu, now back to Tanner as Hidden Valley able to reset here. Pass inside the paint to Matusik, back outside to Tanner. The pass broken up by Jacob Cook. Intended target was Aguilar. The Pelicans able to work the other way. Long pass to Holmes. The shot is blocked. Outside to Arvizu, open three, no good. Tanner with the rebound for Hidden Valley. Arvizu's fallen a bit cold from the field, but Hidden Valley working quick. Tanner takes an open three, bounces off the back of the rim, no good. Garrett Short with the rebound, and I believe they're gonna say Matusik fouled him on his way down. And Arvizu's had a little bit of trouble from the field. If he's able to knock those down, this lead could grow by quite a bit as we are in the second half of the second quarter, 4:38 to go. 22-16, Klamath Union in the lead as Darius Holmes takes it up court for the Pels. On this new white court at Hidden Valley High School, they've redone it all white except inside the three-point arc. And that's where Jacob Cook has it. Up against Iwamizu, tries to post him up, passes outside to Franklin, who drives the lane, and a nice little mid-range jumper from Aaron Franklin, 24-16. Pelicans lead, 4:22 to go in the second. Iwamizu taking it up for Hidden Valley, over to Noga. Now to Birchfield, who's checked into the game for Hidden Valley. Pass to Iwamizu, now to Bird, back to Noga. Noga, step back three, off the front of the rim, it's no good. Rebound, he's gonna get it himself. Noga driving to the basket, layup is no good. Rebounded by Darius Holmes, 24-16. 4 minutes to go in the second. Holmes driving to the basket, loses it for a second, but is able to get it. Passes it to Garrett Short, gets an open look from mid-range off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound Noga. 3:47 to go in the second. Hidden Valley works up. Passes it to Birchfield, who drives to the basket, knocks it down, and the foul. Gets a chance at the line here. The first chance at the line for either team so far is the first shooting foul we've seen.
Yeah, there have only been 3 team fouls the whole game. 5, I'm sorry, total.
3 for Klamath Union, 2 for Hidden Valley. And Birchfield at the line for the 3-point play off the back of the rim. It's no good. Noga gets the rebound, and he's able to put it back up. No, it's knocked away by Garrett Short. Cook with the rebound. Darius Holmes gives it to Xavier beyond the 3-point arc. Back to Darius, takes the screen, and the 3-pointer is good from Darius Holmes as he starts to heat up. 27-18. The Pelicans' biggest lead of the night so far is 10. They've got 9 right now. 3:18 left to go in the second. Noga over to Bird. Bird shoots from mid-range, knocks it down. A nice shot there by Jonathan Bird. 27-20. 3 minutes left to go in the second. Xavier Arvizu gets a quick chance at a bucket. Doesn't take it. Opts for Garrett Short, who drives the lane, lays it up and in for 2. It's 29-20. The Pelicans lead. 2:55 left to go in the second quarter. Iwamizu spins around Arvizu. Inside to Birchfield, outside to Johnny Bird, who shoots for 3, and great job by Aaron Franklin to take the foul there before Johnny Bird could get the shot off.
Into the game for the Mustangs, Jacob Tanner and Julian Aguilar. Aaron for the Pelicans, Christian Taylor.
Both teams have been pretty cold this second quarter.
Aaron Franklin takes it up court for Klamath Union. Franklin to Christian Taylor. Taylor to Cook. Knocked away by Birchfield. A great pick for there from Birchfield. Gives it to Noga, who drives to the basket, lays it up and in on the fast break. 29-22. 2:24 left to go in the second. And now Aaron Franklin takes it up for the Pels. Franklin finds Cook. Beyond the 3-point arc, Cook finds his way to the basket, lays it up. It's no good, but he is fouled. He'll get a chance at the line for 2.
Mustang foul. Jacob Cook will shoot 2.
Jacob Cook, his first chance at the line, knocked down 9 of 10 at Henley. A great free throw shooter. We'll see what he's able to do here. His chance for 2. First one bounces off the back of the rim, no good.
Entering for the Mustangs, Lawrence Matusik.
Checking in for Hidden Valley, Lawrence Matusik. Taking a seat on the bench was Matthew Iwamizu. Jacob Cook, second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Garrett Short. He's able to put it back up and in for 2. A great job there by the junior Garrett Short. 31-22 with 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Johnny Bird passes it over to Noga, now to Aguilar. Matusik for 3, no good, off the back of the rim. Jacob Cook with the rebound. Gets in the fast break. The pass to Arvizu, broken up by Matusik. Matusik driving to the basket, it's stolen away by Aaron Franklin. And now the Pels try to slow down. Franklin to Cook, and Franklin will take it past half court. Pass over to Garrett Short beyond the 3-point arc. He's guarded closely by Johnny Bird. Short tosses it to Franklin, over to Xavier, who's guarded by Noga. Arvizu to Taylor, and that one's picked away from Julian Aguilar. He gets it inside the paint, over to Tanner. The layup is good. A great play that time by Julian Aguilar. Always hustling for the ball. Minute 15, 31-24. The pass inside to Franklin is broken up by Tanner. Matusik to Noga, back to Tanner. And he's in the double team, gives it over to Aguilar, who shoots an open 3 beyond the arc off the front of the rim. It's no good. Jacob Tanner will get the rebound as the ball bounced across half court. Gives it to Noga. Noga shoots for 3. It's no good. Rebound to Aaron Franklin. Franklin to Garrett Short. Short. Open 3, no good. A jump ball.
Jump ball.
And an opportunity now for Darius Holmes to check back in for the Pels. It's 31-24 with 40 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Stay tuned during halftime. We're going to break down the stats as we have them and recap the action as we've seen it so far. And Klamath Union has done a great job of scoring in this game. Turnover numbers have picked up a little bit here in the second. Inbound pass goes to Arvizu to Holmes. Holmes shoots an open 3. It's no good. Matusik with the rebound for Hidden Valley. Passes it to Jacob Tanner. Tanner to Julian Aguilar. Aguilar to Noga, back over to Jacob Tanner against Arvizu, tries to drive into the paint. Passes it off to, well, that was Bird. Passes it off to Tanner. Tanner with the spin around jumper, it's no good. Rebound by Aguilar. Passes it back out to Johnny Bird beyond the three-point arc. Gives it to Noga. He finds a lane to the basket, and it's blocked, knocked away by Garrett Short. Aaron Franklin grabs the board. Passes it to Darius Holmes, who is fouled hard at the end of the quarter, but no shot, no basket. The end of the first half. 31-24, the Pelicans lead. We'll be right back with halftime on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Live HD video on mybasin.com.
Get in shape at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness. Harbor has everything you need to shed pounds with state-of-the-art fitness equipment, 4 pickleball courts, tennis courts, and expert trainers to help you reach your goals. They also have more than 35 exercise classes per week to select from, including body pump, high fitness, and spinning classes to make losing weight fun. Sign up for 1 or 2 years now and have no payments until January. Get fit at Harbor Isles Tennis. It's the place to be. 884-3300.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
It's cold outside, but the winnings are hot this January at Klamath Casino. Every Friday is a payoff. Win your share of $10,000. Join Klamath every Sunday for a weekly slot tournament. Back-to-back days. Wednesdays and Thursdays, earn 20 points and win a prize. Last month, we gave away over 100 jackpots for over $215,000. New members can win up to $250 in free play. Looking for a great place to work? Klamath Casino is hiring. Klamath Casino, Highway 97, Chiloquin, Oregon.
Back for a while with KU, they were forcing some passes, and they had 1 turnover in the first quarter, and then they had 4 in the second quarter. And I think the turnovers is going to be a key to this game. You know, Hidden Valley has a total of 3 turnovers for the game, so it's fairly even. KU needs to take care of the ball. They need to mind their business and not force passes where they shouldn't be forcing. You know, I know kids this young get pretty excited, and they think they've got an open look at somebody, and somebody else from the other team sticks their hand out and steals the ball. KU needs to be pretty careful about what they're doing there. But so far, it's looking like a pretty good game. Both teams cooled down a little bit in the second quarter. KU came out and only scored 11. They had 20 in the first quarter. But I think they're overall they're playing a pretty decent game. Again, they're going to need to watch the ball and make sure they don't turn it over, you know, when it's not warranted.
You mentioned Darius Holmes with only 5 points. That's correct, right?
Yes, that's only
Do you
5.
think he needs to get going? We mentioned the guard play is going to be really important for KU, but they're in the lead right now because they've been able to get to the basket, it seems. And maybe we were just wrong, but it'd be nice to get Holmes going again, of course.
You know, Holmes is an interesting player. He's not afraid to take a shot, but he's also not afraid to dish it off to somebody else. Then he's had a couple of looks that I think he should have taken. You know, I don't want to. It's easy for me to call it from up here on the top of the bleachers. You know,
right.
It's easy for me to see everything. But Darius, he's really good at driving. He's got some hops. The kid can jump out of the gym, and he's had some looks from like 5 or 6 feet, and he's dished it off to outside shooters, the perimeters. And I think if he had taken the shots, I think maybe things would have been a little bit different. You know, these refs are letting the kids play. They're not calling a very close game.
Yeah, exactly. I've noticed that. I mean, there was multiple fouls that could have been called and likely would have back home, and we've been able to see a pretty physical game so far.
You know, yeah, that's true. I mean, total between the two teams, there are a total of 7 fouls. We're halfway through the game, and that's not very common. You know, one of the refs was calling the girls' game earlier, the varsity game, and I noticed he was letting those girls beat each other quite a bit too, which it's not always a bad thing. You know, you don't want a bunch of ticky-tack little Mickey Mouse fouls, but you also want them to call a good game. And there have been some hacks, and you know, Holmes is getting beat up, and there should have been some fouls called, I believe. They probably would have been in a bonus situation by now if the refs had been calling everything.
Right, and we're back with live video, by the way. We had a bit of a hiccup there, but we are back if you want to tune back in on mybasin.com. Just finishing up halftime here. We'll be back with the second half of action next on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Live HD video is back on mybasin.com. Leave it here.
So my very fondest memory at an Abby's came in high school after we won a state championship in basketball, a moment we'll never forget. The very first thing we did, celebrated across the street at Abby's. And for us to just enjoy and savor the season and what we accomplished there, and that pizza became synonymous with this championship memory. It's great to have some of those just foundational, traditional spots that we can all go to and enjoy a great time.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
It's cold outside, but the winnings are hot this January at Klamath Casino. Every Friday is a payoff. Win your share of $10,000. Join Klamath every Sunday for a weekly slot tournament. Back-to-back days. Wednesdays and Thursdays, earn 20 points and win a prize. Last month, we gave away over 100 jackpots for over $215,000. New members can win up to $250 in free play. Looking for a great place to work? Klamath Casino is hiring. Klamath Casino, Highway 97, Chiloquin, Oregon.
All right, welcome back inside the gym. Hidden Valley High School, they trail the Klamath Union Pelicans 31-24. KU has played a great game inside. They've limited the turnovers, and they find themselves with a 7-point lead heading into the second 16 minutes of play. And as we get ready, take a look at the starting lineups, at least on the floor for Hidden Valley, as that's who's out there right now. It's Lawrence Matusik, Matthew Iwamizu, Jeremiah Noga, Johnny Bird, and Julian Aguilar. Notably on the bench for Hidden Valley right now is Gabe Birchfield. The 5 on the floor for Klamath Union is Garrett Short, Darius Holmes, Xavier Arvizu, Jacob Cook, and Christian Taylor. Hidden Valley starts with the ball. They're out fast as Matusik works onto the inside, is fouled on the shot, and no. It's an offensive foul against Lawrence. Goes the other way. 31-24. We're just getting started with the third quarter. Glad you could join us tonight as Klamath Union season takes them across the 140 one more time, and that's February 4th at North Valley. We'll talk more about that later as Darius Holmes works up the court quick after the inbound pass. Puts up the shot, it's no good. Rebound goes to Lawrence Matusik. Hidden Valley works it the other way. Matusik takes it all the way up himself, passes it to Iwamizu. Iwamizu with the floater. Nice touch there. Add 2 to Hidden Valley. It's 31-26, they trail by 5. Biggest lead of the night for KU was 10 back in the first quarter. Darius Holmes drives into the paint, passes it out to Christian Taylor. Back out to Garrett Short, guarded by Matusik. Short to Darius Holmes, guarded by Johnny Bird. Gets him on the floor, and Darius Holmes drives to the basket and is fouled on the way up. A great move by Darius. It's Johnny Bird slipping a little bit out there on the new Hidden Valley floor. The white across it. What do you think of the white floor, Dick?
You know, it's pretty bright. I don't know what it'd be like to be down there on it. I don't think I'd like it too much. I mean, it looks cool from up here. You can see the outline of the Mustang in the center court really well, but I think if I were down on the floor, I wouldn't like it too much. That was actually a traveling call on Holmes instead of a foul.
Well, shows you how much I'm paying attention, I guess. Traveling by Darius Holmes. So turnover for them. 7:17 left to go in the third quarter. Bit of a wet spot on the new floor, and it'll be Hidden Valley ball when we continue here in just a second. This game again brought to you in part by Abby's Legendary Pizza. If you're looking for a great place to eat, head to one of the Abby's Legendary Pizza locations for the best pizza in the Klamath Basin. They are a proud supporter of high school athletics. As Hidden Valley moving it quick, Noga gets the pass inside the paint, passes it out to Matusik. He takes a shot inside the three-point arc and knocks it down. 2 more points for the Mustangs, 31-28. They only trailed by 3. They're finding their way back into this game. Xavier Arvizu handles it against Jeremiah Noga. Pass to Holmes, knocked away, but he's able to get to it. Holmes guarded by Johnny Bird. Still beyond the three-point arc. Takes it about half court, passes it to Jacob Cook, over to Arvizu in front of the KU bench. Takes the screen, drives to the basket. Outside to Cook. Cook passes it to Holmes. Step back jumper, mid-range. It falls after a friendly bounce off the front of the rim. It's 33-28, 6:26 to go in the third quarter. Hidden Valley works nice. Matusik gets short off his feet on the pump fake, but the shot ends up being no good. Ball goes out of bounds. KU sticks with it. 6:19 to go in the third quarter, 33-28. Subbing in is Jacob Tanner in for Matusik for Hidden Valley. Darius Holmes takes the inbound pass, being guarded by Johnny Bird as he crosses half court. They drive from right to left on your radio dial. Passes it to Arvizu against Noga. Arvizu drives to the basket, gets fouled on his way up. No. Offensive foul. And another turnover for the Pelicans. A lot of these calls could go either way. It might have been a shooting foul, but goes against Arvizu.
Yeah, I think Arvizu led with his elbow on that one. He kind of pushed the defender out of the way.
Johnny Bird takes the pass, gives it to Aguilar. Aguilar drives to the basket. Jacob Cook gets his hands in there, a jump ball. Possession will go to Klamath Union. Garrett Short going to inbound the pass. Iwamizu, Aguilar, Tanner, Bird, and Noga on the floor for the Mustangs. Arvizu tries to pass it to Cook. It's knocked away by Noga, picked up by Iwamizu. He rockets one into Aguilar. Bounce pass to Noga, tries to lay it up and in. It's no good. Garrett Short with the rebound as the Pelicans now go the other way. Garrett Short contested 3. He tries to get it inside to Cook. And Coach Ed Case is going to call a timeout. We'll take one as well. 33-28 the score on 104.3 and 960 Sports. Live HD video on mybasin.com. Leave it here.
So my very fondest memory at an Abby's came in high school after we won a state championship in basketball, a moment we'll never forget. The very first thing we did, celebrated across the street at Abby's. And for us to just enjoy and savor the season and what we accomplished there, and that pizza became synonymous with this championship memory. It's great to have some of those just foundational, traditional spots that we can all go to and enjoy a great time.
Welcome inside Hidden Valley High School Mustang Court, the side of this one. Pelicans lead Hidden Valley, the hometown team, 33-28. As we have it right here, 5:36 left to go in the third. Hidden Valley starts with the ball. Jacob Tanner brings it up court for Hidden Valley. Tanner over to Johnny Bird, being guarded by Darius Holmes. Bounce pass inside to Noga. Passes it out to Iwamizu. Back out to Noga for an open three. He knocks it down. 2-point game, 33-31, 5:16 to go in the third. Darius Holmes gets around Tanner. Bounce pass to Cook in double coverage. It's knocked away by Tanner, but he swats it out of bounds, so KU is going to stick with it. The three starting to fall for Hidden Valley, and when that happens, it's a little bit nervous time for KU, but they can get it going just the same. As Darius Holmes passes it out to Christian Taylor. Back to Holmes. Holmes at half court, dribbling to the three-point arc, gets around Tanner, drives to the basket in the double team, and the call against Hidden Valley, much to the chagrin of the coaching staff, led by third-year head coach Alex Keller on the Hidden Valley side. Second-year head coach Ed Case, coming from Chilliquin a few years back, but Alex Keller coming from Salem, one of his first coaching jobs down here at Hidden Valley High School. As Garrett Short takes the inbound pass, gives it to Darius Holmes. Holmes being guarded by Tanner. Back outside to Short, who's guarded by Aguilar pretty closely at the half court. Short finds Cook, back into Short, drives to the basket, and it just rolls out. Almost fell, but it'll be no good. 33-31, the score still with 5:37 left to go in the third. Hidden Valley, it's Iwamizu to Noga. Noga being guarded closely by Taylor. Noga drives the basket, a great move, puts it up, gets the rebound, and puts it back up and in for two. We got a tie game. It's a brand new ball game, Dick. 4:22 left to go in the third quarter. Tied at 33.
And KU's only scored 2 points in the second half, so they need to step it up a little bit.
Darius Holmes will be, I guess it was a 5-second violation inside the paint against Klamath Union. So another turnover. And KU a chance to, well, rather Hidden Valley a chance to take the lead here. Big opportunity for them with 4:12 left to go in the third. 5 on the floor for KU. It's Aaron Franklin, Darius Holmes, Jacob Cook, Garrett Short, and Xavier Arvizu. Matthew Iwamizu handling it for Hidden Valley. Passes it outside to Tackett. Tackett for three. He nails it, and they take the lead, 36-33. Under 4 minutes to go. Hidden Valley's first lead since early in the first quarter. Jacob Cook driving inside the paint. Gives it to Garrett Short. Short puts up a layup. It's no good. And that's going to be offensive interference by Darius Holmes. Turnover for them. Hidden Valley's come out with a vengeance here in the third quarter. They were down 31-24, and they've scored 9 points in 5 minutes. Inbound pass to Matusik. It's broken up by Aaron Franklin. Franklin takes the mid-range shot, knocks it down. It's a 1-point game again, 36-35. The Mustangs in the lead. The Skyline Conference matchup. Noga bounce pass to Matusik. Lays it up and in. Trading blows, 38-35. 3:23 left to go in the third quarter. Franklin to Short beyond the three-point arc. Short being guarded by Matusik. Short gets the pass inside to Jacob Cook. Cook tosses it to Arvizu. Arvizu, mid-range shot off the glass, no good. Noga with the rebound for Hidden Valley, and they go the other way, left to right. Iwamizu gives it to Matusik, and it's knocked away by Aaron Franklin, and no good. Fouled, I guess, is the call. Didn't look like a foul. Looked like he might have got all ball there, but tough call. Coach Ed Case is going to take a timeout.
That was a tough call. It really was.
We're going to leave it at tough call.
That's right.
All right, 3 minutes to go, 38-35. The Mustangs have taken control of this ball game. You won't want to miss the final minutes of this one on 104.3 960 Sports on the radio. Live HD video on mybasin.com. Leave it here.
It's cold outside, but the winnings are hot this January at Klamath Casino. Every Friday is a payoff. Win your share of $10,000. Join Klamath every Sunday for a weekly slot tournament. Back-to-back days. Wednesdays and Thursdays, earn 20 points and win a prize. Last month, we gave away over 100 jackpots for over $215,000. New members can win up to $250 in free play. Looking for a great place to work? Klamath Casino is hiring. Klamath Casino, Highway 97, Chiloquin, Oregon.
Welcome back. Hidden Valley has taken the lead 38-35 here in the third quarter. They lead by 3. They once trailed by 10 in the second quarter. Great comeback by them into this game, but the Pelicans, they can come back with some offense as well. We've seen it happen more than once, so we'll see what they come out with here as they we'll start with Lawrence Matusek shooting a couple from the free throw line, and gives us a chance to thank one of our many sponsors. Coldwell Banker has been the star of the real estate universe for more than 100 years, and here in the Klamath Basin, Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty will be taking the brand into the next 100. Coldwell Banker Home and Premier Realty will always be locally owned and nationally known. Let them be the star that guides you home. Matusek drains both of his free throws. 40-35, the Mustangs' biggest lead of the night so far is 5. Darius Holmes handling it, being guarded by Tanner. Bounce pass into Cook. Cook working around Birchfield, lays it up and in. A great move to the basket and contested at that. It's 40-37. Cook trims the lead to 3. Tackett driving to the basket quick. Jacob Cook gets a hand on it. We'll count it as a block up here. Garrett Short with the rebound. He's going quick to the basket on the other hand, and he lays it up and in through traffic. 1-point game, 40-39. 2:27 to go in the third quarter. Tanner being guarded by Holmes as he brings it up past half court beyond the three-point line, gives it to Matusek. Matusek to Birchfield. Birchfield to Noga. Noga being guarded by Arvizu, passes it to Matusek, over to Tanner. Tanner to Noga, being guarded by Arvizu, over to Tackett. Now to Birchfield, all this passing beyond the three-point arc, and now in front of the Hidden Valley bench. Matusek drives to the basket, lays it up, and it bounces off the back of the iron, no good. Arvizu with the rebound, brings it up past half court, gets it inside to Jacob Cook. He goes up against Birchfield and cooks him again. 41-40, the Pelicans take the lead, the third lead change tonight. As Aguilar, that's Noga, takes it up, passes it to Tackett, inside to Matusek, but it's knocked away by Garrett Short. Cook grabs it, gives it back to Short, now to Franklin, over to Xavier, from the corner, 3, no good. Tanner for Hidden Valley with the rebound. Throws it all the way home to Noga, who gets fouled on the shot. He'll get a chance at the line for 2.
That's third foul on Arvizu.
Xavier, frustrated with himself, has had trouble beyond the three-point line tonight, but has done a good job passing the ball. He's got a couple assists, I'm sure, tonight, and Noga will shoot at the line for 2. It's only a 1-point game with 1:19 to go in the third. And he gets the first one, tie game. Taylor will check in for Xavier Arvizu. Johnny Bird checks in for Matusek. And Iwamizu will check in for Jacob Tackett on the Hidden Valley side. The Mustangs, the home team tonight, in their white uniforms and the blue trim. Klamath Union playing in the black. Pels written across the front, the red lettering and numbers. 42-41, the Mustangs lead after the made free throws from Noga. Darius Holmes will be fouled as he crosses half court. Third team foul for Hidden Valley, and 3 team fouls for the Pelicans so far in this quarter. Scratch that, second team foul for Hidden Valley. Under a minute now, a minute 10 rather, for Klamath Union to try to get the lead back. It's 42-41, a minute 3 to go in the third quarter. Franklin giving it to Cook beyond the arc. Cook inside to Garrett Short against Aguilar. Tries to go with the hook, it's no good. He gets his own rebound, he puts it back up, again, no good. Iwamizu with the rebound to Hidden Valley's Johnny Bird. Bird to the basket, outside to Tanner. Tanner fakes the shot, tries to get it back outside to Johnny Bird. It was a good move by Tanner. Bird just wasn't ready for the pass. 42-41.
Well, that's more what we need. We need some more turnovers to Hidden Valley.
40 seconds to go in the third quarter. 42-41, the Mustangs lead the Pelicans. Aaron Franklin guarded by Jeremiah Noga. Franklin gets it inside to Cook. Still just barely inside the three-point line. Cook outside to Christian Taylor. Taylor for three, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds. Possession Hidden Valley, last touched by Aaron Franklin. Taylor hit the first 2 3-pointers he took. Well, rather, he hit the first one he took and hasn't hit one since. He's hit 2 3-pointers. Apologies there, thanks, Dick.
That's why I'm here.
I'm glad for it.
It's the only reason.
20 seconds to go in the third quarter. 42-41, Hidden Valley bounces the ball off the foot of Christian Taylor, I believe. He's charged with the foul. 17 seconds. Hidden Valley likely going to get the last shot before the third quarter buzzer. No good to inbound it. He finds Johnny Burton. It's taken away by Christian Taylor. Taylor in the fast break, puts it up. No good. Darius Holmes gets his hand back on it. He tries to put it up, and it will go out of bounds. Mustang ball with 12 seconds to go in the third. Good opportunity. Taylor fighting through tough contact, and that's been a story of this game so far. Both teams been able to play tough defense as Tanner throws it all the way across court to Aguilar, and Garrett Short getting up and knocking that one away. 7 seconds left to go. Christian Taylor passes it to Franklin for the last shot at the buzzer. No. Franklin puts the shot up. Darius Holmes knocks it in on the tip-in, and that will bring us to the fourth quarter. 43-42 as Darius Holmes sends us to the fourth quarter with the Pelican lead on mybasin.com, 104.3 and 960 Sports. On the radio, you won't want to miss this final 8 minutes, I can promise you that, so leave it here.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Welcome back to Hidden Valley High School. The side of this one, it's been great so far. 43-42, Klamath Union in the lead as we start the fourth quarter of play. I'll put this into existence now. Last year, the first time these two teams played, ended with a great buzzer beater, and we're setting up for another great finish tonight. As Hidden Valley starts with the ball, Darius Holmes, rather that's Xavier Arvizu, knocks that one away and will stay Mustang ball. The 5 on the floor for KU, Xavier Arvizu, Aaron Franklin, Garrett Short, Jacob Cook, and Christian Taylor. Get you the 5 on the floor for Hidden Valley as we go. As Lawrence Matusik is able to take an open three, rolls around the rim and falls as Lawrence Matusik starts to heat up. 45 to 43. Hidden Valley with the lead. Arvizu bounce pass to Aaron Franklin, back to Xavier. He's in front of the KU bench. Bounce pass inside to Jacob Cook. Cook, nice post moves, gives it out to Garrett Short, who shoots a mid-range. Drains the bottom of the basket. Tie game 45 apiece, 7-12 left to go in the fourth quarter. Setting up for a great finish as Iwamizu passes it over to Tackett. Tackett around the screen, back to Matusik. Matusik to Iwamizu as he drives inside the paint. Matusik, open three, he takes another one and nails it. Matusik, his second three of the quarter, and it gives the Mustangs a 3-point lead. Garrett Short over to Franklin as the Pelicans got to work now. Into Xavier. Xavier triple team, gives it to Garrett Short on the outside. Short drives to the basket, no good. Rebound, he's able to get it himself as Short puts up the hook, rolls out of the basket. Unfriendly rim there as it rolls out. Still 48-45, 6:30 to go. Hidden Valley working quick, give it to Matusik, another open three, and that's 9 straight points for the junior. 51-45, and Coach Case is going to call a timeout. Let Lawrence cool down as he gets the ovation from this crowd here in Murphy. We're going to take a break as well. 51-45, Hidden Valley leads. 104.3 960 Sports, live HD video on mybasin.com.
It's cold outside, but the winnings are hot this January at Klamath Casino. Every Friday is a payoff. Win your share of $10,000. Join Klamath every Sunday for a weekly slot tournament. Back-to-back days. Wednesdays and Thursdays, earn 20 points and win a prize. Last month, we gave away over 100 jackpots for over $215,000. New members can win up to $250 in free play. Looking for a great place to work? Klamath Casino is hiring. Klamath Casino, Highway 97, Chiloquin, Oregon.
The fourth quarter, 51-45. The Hidden Valley Mustangs have taken their biggest lead of the night, 6 points so far here in this fourth quarter, led by Lawrence Matusik, 3 threes. That's 9 points in a row, and you said, Dick, he's got 17.
Yeah, he only had 8 through the third quarter, and he's doubled that now. So, yeah, he got the hot hand. You know, KU's got to put a stopper in that.
51-45. KU will start with the basketball as we come out of this timeout. The first Skyline Conference for these Mustangs and the second for the Pelicans. And last year, same story between these two teams, very closely contested, as Darius Holmes will take it up court for KU. Darius over to Franklin beyond the three-point arc, back to Darius. He's being guarded closely by Matusik, gives it out to Jacob Cook. Back to Darius. He tries to find a lane to the basket, puts up the mid-range shot, and is fouled as it goes up. He'll get a chance at the line for 2. Good opportunity to get the Pelicans some momentum and maybe kill some of it for Hidden Valley. Chance at the line for 2 to Darius Holmes, but first a message, Les Schwab Tires knows that winter weather can slow you down, but they've got the right tires to get you where you need to go safely. Home of the best tire value promises, Les Schwab in Klamath Falls and Merrill, doing the right thing since 1952. Jeremiah Noga checks in for Hidden Valley as he brings out Julian Aguilar. Darius Holmes hits his first of 2 free throws, his second coming up. Xavier Arvizu on the bench for Klamath Union. He's got 3 fouls so far tonight. We'll likely see him check in here in just a bit as Darius Holmes hits his second free throw. And Tanner checks in for Tackett, Jacob for Hidden Valley, 51-47. 4-point difference between these two teams as Hidden Valley gets the basketball. Noga takes it up half court. He gets a lane to the basket, gives it out to Tanner. A sloppy pass goes out of bounds, and that's what KU needs, a couple of lucky breaks here.
That's right, we need some turnovers.
Short to inbound the ball after the turnover, gives it to Darius Holmes. Holmes hustles up the court, gets it to Jacob Cook. Works around everyone, blocked by Iwamizu. Out to Aaron Franklin, corner 3, no good. Rebound is going to go to Matthew Iwamizu. A great defensive play there by Hidden Valley. Gives it to Matusik. Matusik from inside the paint lays it up and in for 2. 53-47. Matusik really heating up as Garrett Short takes it past half court for KU. Over to Christian Taylor. Taylor to Franklin. Standing on top of the big white Mustang at half court. Now to Darius Holmes in front of the KU bench. Beyond the three-point line, Garrett Short to Cook. Playing a lot of outside passing is KU trying to find an open look. Often works for him. We'll see what they come up with here as Cook, rather short, finally passes it to Franklin. Franklin to Christian Taylor rather, and Tanner will push Taylor on the catch, so he's fouled. 5th team foul for the Mustangs, 4 for the Pelicans in this fourth quarter. 5:05 to go in the fourth. Bounce pass to Darius Holmes, inside to Christian Taylor, tries to put it up, it's blocked by Iwamizu. Cook with the rebound, puts it up and in for 2. It's 53-49, 4:54 to go in the fourth quarter. Hidden Valley works quick. Tanner gets a look inside and is fouled on the shot. Charge it to Aaron Franklin. He'll shoot for 2 at the line.
Foul on the play. Jacob Tanner will go to the line.
And Xavier Arvizu waiting to check in as Tanner will shoot for 2 at the line with his mismatched shoes. Got 1 orange one and 1 blue on. Interesting choice, doesn't affect the free throw percentage it seems. He knocks the first one down.
I couldn't do that. I'd see my shoes out of the corner of my eye, and I'd stumble over something.
Second free throw from Tanner is good. 55-49. 6-point lead is also Hidden Valley's greatest of the night. Holmes to Arvizu. Arvizu over to Jacob Cook. Cook shoots from mid-range, about 9 feet out. Sinks it, 55-51. 4:38 to go. Hidden Valley works it back up the other way. Noga being guarded by Cook. Passes it to Matusik. Now to Iwamizu. Now over to Tanner, guarded by Holmes. Inside to Noga at the free throw line. Works inside against Jacob Cook. Puts it up. It's no good. In the triple team. Out to Matusik. Open three. Off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound Johnny Bird. Hidden Valley keeps it. Matusik drives to the paint after the great pass. Now outside to Iwamizu. To Tanner. Tanner for three. Off the back of the rim. No good. Jacob Cook with the rebound. As we hit the 4-minute mark in the fourth quarter. 57-49. And that can't be right. I have 57-49 is the score. My apologies, I have it wrong here. I believe I have it wrong. I'm not quite sure. Maybe they made a mistake at the scoreboard there, but I've got 55-51.
That's what I have too.
Interesting.
Yeah,
scoreboard here says 57-49.
They gave 2 points to the wrong basket. The refs are over there checking on it.
I changed it here just in case.
I think you're right. That's what I have too. It's 55-41. I mean 55-51, sorry.
We're all messed up all around here. It happens sometimes.
You know, it's kind of interesting. Matusik, you know, I think, you know, he nailed those quick three threes in a row, and he was feeling it, so he's been firing up a few others too. So, you know, hopefully he'll cool down a little bit, and KU can come back in this. I mean, according to my books, they're only down by 4 points instead of 6 that the scoreboard shows.
Right. They're taking their time with it. Interesting choice. I guess you want to get it right rather than rush through it, but I believe 55-51 is the score. As Jacob Cook hit that nice little about 9 feet away. And now we call the athletic director over. We're going to take a break. Wait for them to figure this one out. It's unofficially 55-51, Hidden Valley in the lead on 104.3 960 Sports. Live video on mybasin.com.
Get in shape at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness. Harbor has everything you need to shed pounds with state-of-the-art fitness equipment, 4 pickleball courts, tennis courts, and expert trainers to help you reach your goals. They also have more than 35 exercise classes per week to select from, including body pump, high fitness, and spinning classes to make losing weight fun. Sign up for 1 or 2 years now and have no payments until January. Get fit at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness. It's the place to be. 884-3300.
Still in the official timeout here as we're trying to figure out the score. Unofficially 55-51, but as we have it here, it's 57-49. Either way, still a hill to climb for KU with 3:58 left to go in the fourth quarter. Dick, what do you think they got to do to finally overcome this and go back home with a win?
Well, KU's playing pretty good ball. I mean, they've really cut down on the turnovers this last quarter. They've got to work the ball in like they have been earlier. They're getting a lot of looks. You know, the thing that's bad, I think, and I don't want to talk negatively about the reffing too much, but the men with the stripes are not calling a lot of fouls that I think should be called. But it's going both ways, so it works out pretty evenly.
So we figured out the score. It's 55-51 like we thought. 3:58 to go in the fourth, and KU will start with the ball. Darius Holmes bounce pass to Cook. Cook out to Garrett Short. Short to Aaron Franklin beyond the three-point arc. Closer to half court, really, guarded by Johnny Bird. Now over to Darius, inside to Garrett Short. Short bounce pass to Cook. Reverse layup up and in is good. Jacob Cook starts to heat up. It's a two-point game, 55-53. Now Hidden Valley takes it to the other side. Matusik drives the basket, finds Tanner for an open look, gives it to Bird. Now to Noga across the other side. Noga tries to double clutch layup and in. It's no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and that one falls. 57-53, the Mustangs find themselves back with the 4-point lead. Darius Holmes takes it across half court for Klamath Union. Finds Xavier Arvizu, and he is fouled. as he drives to the basket. Not a shooting foul, but the 7th team foul for Hidden Valley, so he will shoot for 2 here.
That should be 4 on Tanner.
Xavier Arvizu is going to shoot a 1-and-1.
1-and-1 for Xavier at the line, a pretty good free throw shooter, and we need every one we can get at this point as they are down by 4. 3:13 to go in the 4th quarter. It's been a great game so far. Glad you could join us tonight, whether you're on the radio at 104.3 and 960 Sports, or you've joined us for live video on mybasin.com. We've had HD video all year, and soon we'll be carrying the girls basketball games on video as well, starting with Phoenix next week as Xavier Arvizu drains both free throws. It's a 2-point game, 57-55. Mustangs take it up court. Johnny Bird handles it. Bird bounce pass to Noga. And not quite sure what the foul was. I guess it's against Klamath Union. Maybe a reach-in foul. 3:04 left to go in the 4th quarter.
That was a foul on Cook. That's his first of the game.
For a big man, pretty good. He's able to play a little bit more aggressive. He might start trying to use these fouls and knock these Mustangs to the ground and play a little bit more aggressive.
And we have some more confusion at the scorer's table.
I think the Pelican players might be complaining a little bit that Noga tried to dunk the ball after the foul was called, and they're complaining. I'm not quite sure if that's going to amount to anything, but that's at least what I saw down from the Pelican players on the floor, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Our scorer's table tonight, thanks to Dale Fisher helping us get set up, also doing PA tonight. It's got the new video board here at Hidden Valley as well. Pretty neat that we noticed a little bit earlier. They made their improvements. Hidden Valley will start with the ball as we come out of the timeout. 3:04 left to go. It's a 2-point game, 57-55. Iwamizu inbound pass to Jacob Tanner. Tanner finds Iwamizu again beyond the 3-point arc. Iwamizu guarded by Arvizu. Works inside the paint, gives it off to Noga. Guarded by Cook. Noga over to Arvizu, to Matusik. Matusik finds Tanner. To Iwamizu. Drives inside, double teamed, finds Noga. Outside to Matusik. Step back, gets around Garrett Short, drives the basket, finds an open Johnny Bird for 3, it's good! 60-55, Hidden Valley leads after the deep 3 from Johnny Bird. And now it's Arvizu the other way for KU, gives it up to Holmes. Holmes back to Xavier in front of the KU bench on the far side of the court. Gives it to Cook, thought about pulling up from 3, instead gives it to Franklin, who does just that, knocks it down. Trading blows, 60-58. Still a 2-point game, 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
Aaron Franklin.
Jeremiah Noga takes it up past half court for Hidden Valley, gives it to Matusik. Matusik guarded by Cook, or rather it's Iwamizu, passes it to Matusik. Inside, it's blocked by Garrett Short. Staying with it is Iwamizu, gives it up to Johnny Bird inside the 3-point line. Bounces off the rim, it's no good. He gets his own rebound, gives it up to Tanner. Tanner to Iwamizu. Back to Tanner, they can slow it down. 1.5 minutes left to go in the game. Noga guarded by Arvizu, over to Iwamizu. Outside to Johnny Bird. Bird for 3, it's good! 63-58, 1:25 to go in the 4th. Darius Holmes brings it up court for the Pels. Bounce pass inside to Cook. Cook back to Darius. Darius, deep 3, and just bounces around. He took that one from way downtown. Hidden Valley with the rebound, gives it to Tanner. Tanner lays it up and in. 7-point game, 1 minute left to go. Timeout is called by Coach Ed Case of Klamath Union, and that layup really did it for KU. It's going to take a miracle to get him back into this one. 7 points, 61 seconds left in the game.
You know, it's tough. Choice of shots sometimes I think have a lot of weight. And KU put up a shot or two that they probably shouldn't have taken. They probably should have been a little bit more patient. They had plenty of time. They could have worked it inside. Cook's been working really hard underneath. He's getting space. He's shooting really well. And I personally don't think they needed to take a couple of outside shots that they took. I think they should have worked it into him a little bit. But you never know. I mean, it's easy to call it from up here in the bleachers, like I said earlier.
Right. And a little bit of hero ball is always fun if it works, but this time A couple of those threes didn't fall, and it cost them. They trailed by 7 with a minute left to go.
You know, it's funny. Darius is over there standing in the Hidden Valley huddle.
Hey man, you take what you get, right? At least he's not banging trash cans around.
Yeah, he's even going to give them a high five when they came out of their huddle. That was pretty good.
Back in action. As the clock starts, it's 65-58. Pelicans need a 3 to get him back in it. Xavier Arvizu steps back against Tanner. 50 seconds now, gives it to Franklin. Arvizu drives to the basket, lays it up and in for 2. 5-point game. They're going to have to start fouling almost unless they can seal one away. Jeremiah Noga gets out in the open paint. He lays it up and in through contact against Garrett Short. 67-60. The Mustangs in the lead. Jeremiah Noga trading words with Aaron Franklin. Darius Holmes. Deep 3. No good. Arvizu tries to put it back up and in. It's no good, but he does get fouled. And Jeremiah Noga tripped up with Aaron Franklin. They traded some words, and Noga talking to his coach, Alex Keller, over there at the bench. 21 seconds left to go, a 7-point game. Arvizu shooting for 2. This is the first one. Arvizu's second free throw is no good. Rebound is going to go to Matusik, over to Iwamizu. Johnny Bird finds Tanner. Bounce pass to Matusik is no good. Will go out of bounds. Last touch by Arvizu. Hidden Valley stays with it with 12 seconds left to go. And this one, just as good as in the books now. 12 seconds left to go. 7-point game.
Yeah, it's going to take a miracle for KU to come back. They'll run out the clock here.
Appel's going to let Matusik and the Mustangs dribble out the clock. The final this evening, 67-60. The Mustangs take one on their home floor in front of a great crowd tonight in Murphy. We'll be right back. Break down the stats when we continue on 104.3 960 Sports, live HD video on mybasin.com. Stay here.
So my very fondest memory at an Abby's came in high school after we won a state championship in basketball, a moment we'll never forget. The very first thing we did, celebrated across the street at Abby's. And for us to just enjoy and savor the season and what we accomplished there, and that pizza became synonymous with this championship memory. It's great to have some of those just foundational, traditional spots that we can all go to and enjoy a great time.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
It's cold outside, but the winnings are hot this January at Klamath Casino. Every Friday is a payoff. Win your share of $10,000. Join Klamath every Sunday for a weekly slot tournament. Back-to-back days. Wednesdays and Thursdays, earn 20 points and win a prize. Last month, we gave away over 100 jackpots for over $215,000. New members can win up to $250 in free play. Looking for a great place to work? Klamath Casino is hiring. Klamath Casino, Highway 97, Chiloquin, Oregon.
All right, we're back inside Mustang court. Tough loss for Klamath Union this evening. The final 67-60. Just tough fourth quarter for Klamath Union, I think, is the story.
It was. You know, they played pretty well. You know, they took care of the ball in the fourth quarter. I think they only had one turnover. They played pretty aggressive defense, and they were within 2 points with about a minute 20 left. You know, so it wasn't like they gave up and fell off the court. You know, they played pretty hard. You know, for the scorers, you know, Cook led the Pels with 14 points. Holmes had 11. Franklin had 9. Arvizu had 8. And that's pretty much it for scoring for the Pels. Short had 10. For Hidden Valley, Matusik and Noga both had the hot hand. Matusik lit it up in the fourth quarter and wound up with a total of 19 points. He nailed 3 threes in a row in the space of about a minute and a half and doubled his scoring to that point. He had 19, Noga had 19, Bird had 11, Iwamizu had 7. You know, overall, I think KU shouldn't be unhappy with this game. I think they did a pretty good job as far as not having the ball turn over a lot, especially the second half. And that's, you know, that's something to be said. I mean, this game, you know, like we talked about earlier, the refs let the kids play, which is a good thing. But I think there are also some questionable calls. I know Holmes and Cook both were getting beat up on the inside a little bit when they were going up for shots. I'm not, you know, I don't want to say that's the difference in the game, but it was a really, I guess, huge fouls called. And it's, you know, again, it's easy for us up here in the stands to see things. You know, we're up and have a height advantage, and we're not down on the floor with the kids that are a foot and a half taller than we are.
Right.
But, you know, I think overall it was a pretty well-played game. It was a fun one to watch. I know that.
Right. Well, again, next time out for Klamath Union is next Friday. They host the Phoenix Pirates. It's going to be their first home game of the Skyline Conference season. They fall to 1-1 in league play and 11-5 overall. Meantime, the Hidden Valley Mustangs, they are 1-0 in league play, 9-5 overall on the season. Tomorrow, more basketball to look forward to as Henley is going to welcome the Phoenix Pirates into the Hornets' Nest. A great game to watch there. And Mazama is going to play North Valley. A couple more Skyline games to watch out for. If you're in the Klamath Basin, you might want to switch between them if you can. A couple of great games to look at there. Coming up as we wrap this one up, we're going to join Oregon State and UCLA in progress. Joining Mike Parker on the call here in just a minute, because again, that about does it for us this evening. Hope you enjoyed this presentation of Klamath Union basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports. We've been live with HD video on mybasin.com. Again, to watch an archive replay of this event, simply log on to mybasin.com and click on Watch. MyBasin.com is your home for all happenings in the Basin, news, special events, and a whole lot more, again, at mybasin.com. The final score this evening, 67-60, Hidden Valley taking the lead. We'd like to extend a thank you to Hidden Valley Athletic Director Brian Miller for allowing us to set up and welcoming us into this gym, as well as Coach Alex Keller for helping me set up before each game with stats and hooking me up there. So special thanks to Brian Miller, Alex Keller, and the Klamath Union staff, Scott Mason, the athletic director there, and Ed Case for helping me again with stats and allowing me to cover his team this season. And of course, a special thanks as well to Program Director Rob Sims, Scott Hoffman back in the studio for helping us get set up every week, and Ryan Swearingen for filling in this week, running their live stream. Thank everyone for helping me out. For Dick North, I'm Josh Eldridge. Good night from Mustang Court in Murphy, Oregon.